Here's the lesson plan for this lecture. You can see that it could be a fair amount of work. We're going to run visual analysis on 2 wells, actually 3 wells, and do quantitative analysis using our spreadsheet on a total of 3 wells. So get ready for a little bit of work. First, we need to pick up our density neutron complex lithology crossplot model and add some new equations to handle the gas effect. You'll recognize equations 1 and 2. You've used them several times already. They're in your spreadsheet. These are the 2 equations that correct the density and then the neutron for the shale effect. In previous work, we took the average of these 2 numbers to be the final effective porosity. Now today we have to test these numbers to see if we have gas or not. Gas crossover is the term that's used when we see the density log read higher than the neutron after the shale corrections have been applied. So we put a new equation in there with an if statement. If the neutron greater than or equal to the density, then there's no gas crossover, and we take the average of the density and neutron after shale corrections as our porosity answer. That's equation 4. But equation 5 is the else statement. If it fails that first test, then we have gas crossover, and the equation's a little different. We take the square of the neutron after shale correction plus the square of the density after shale correction, divide by 2 to get the average, and then we take the square root. So this is called the square root weighted average of the density and neutron. It just gives us a little better answer than we would get by taking the arithmetic average. So we need to add this to our spreadsheet. So make a copy of your existing spreadsheet and give it a new name. And we'll change the equation that's in the cells that calculate phi xdn. And we'll replace it with the if statement. And in Excel, if you're using an Excel spreadsheet, it's equal if, and then the statement is if the neutron is greater than or equal to the density. That means there's no crossover. The first term in the long equation is take the arithmetic average. The second term is take the square root weighted average. So you could copy and paste this equation into your spreadsheet. If you've named all your cells, it'll work right off the bat. If you haven't, you'll have to put in the cell location numbers appropriately. This will replace the existing calculation, and it should propagate the same answers as before in your spreadsheet, but when we do a gas well, now it will automatically take care of gas crossover and do the porosity calculation correctly.